and welcome to Merseyside. If you look over there, you see that very, very famous waterfront of Liverpool. It's the Liver Building, well, the Three Graces they call it, and the River Mersey. And this is the first update of 2021 for Cruise to the Edge 2022. I can't believe it's going to be 3 years since we were all together on a ship. That's how time flies. The great thing about the cruise is that we've got some new artists on there. There's some artists who can't be on there now, but just because I'm reading some of these names out doesn't mean to say that we won't be adding others at some point. We're having to wait and see yet, and we can't announce bands until the contracts are signed and things like that. So that's the reason why we've gone with this, as many as we can now. Now, it's a very busy day on the river, so you're probably going to hear lots of things going on, like sort of sirens, and you can hear the water lapping here because the tide is in. Oh, and look over there, there is the Mersey Ferry. Now that's the Mersey Ferry, the ferry across the Mersey, that was designed by Peter Blake. Peter Blake, of course, designed the Sgt. Pepper sleeve for the Beatles. You can tell, very psychedelic, very pop art. And just behind that is a cruise ship. Don't worry, we won't be cruising up the Mersey, although some of you might enjoy that. No, it's going to be a lot bluer where we are, both the skies and the water. It's not very blue sky day to day here in Liverpool. It's a bit of hazy sunshine, so we're not going to complain, because last month was the wettest month in the UK since records began. So it was a bit of a wet May. Anyway, to the cruise, it runs between the 2nd of May and the 7th of May, 5 days. Now, some of the bands, I'm not going to read all of them out because there's so many. This is the biggest cruise we've ever done on Cruise to the Edge, the most artists. So we have Marillion, Alan Parsons. If you've been on the Blue or the Moody Blues cruises as well, I know some of the On the Blue cruises are actually going to be on the Cruise to the Edge this time. You'll know all about Alan Parsons, great prog guy, great producer, engineer, worked on Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, worked with the Beatles, worked with Paul McCartney, worked with lots of great bands. Anyway, they're going to be doing Alan Parsons project songs. Now, I'm not sure whether they're going to be doing the same thing that they announced for 2020. It may change because it's an anniversary of one of their albums, but we'll wait and see. Whatever it'll be, it will be absolutely amazing. We've also got Transatlantic on, a fabulous band. As you know, a big band for us to get Transatlantic on. And we've also got Al Di Meola. Now, two of my favourite Al Di Meola albums in terms of solo career are Casino and Splendido Hotel. He was also the guitarist in Return to Forever. Romantic Warrior, I think most people have that. Great band. Now, in addition to that, we also have bands like Saga. Now, again, I'm the host, and also on the ship as co-host is Roy Avon of the Prog Report, and we might even drag in Michael Sadler like we did a couple of years ago. It depends on his schedule with Saga when they're playing, but I'm sure Michael would jump into the slot. He absolutely adored being the centre of attention and being a host. He did a great job as well. Mike's very approachable, lovely fella, and of course we get sort of two bites of the cherry really if he's being hosting for us and also performing as Saga. So can't argue with that, can you? Also, we've got bands like Martin Barr, the Martin Barr Band. I'm sure there's going to be lots of Jethro Tull in there from Martin. We've got McStein and Manneman. Yeah, Marco Manneman and Randy McStein, two great musicians, two lovely guys as well. Worked with them both in previous cruises. We've also got wonderful, there's Pattern Seeking Animals. Now, I have to say, I've not seen these before, but I know everyone's really talking about it. There's a great buzz around this band, so you're going to enjoy that, I'm sure. They're all also Life Science. My mate Johnny Young and his band, they weren't on originally scheduled for the Cruise to the Edge 2020, but they're on Cruise to the Edge 2022. A couple of other artists, District 97 making a welcome return, also IO Earth making a welcome return. They weren't on the original 2020 cruise. We've got Stu Ham, of course, an amazing bass player, and we've also got Moon Safari, and we've got Headspace, and we've also got, of course, Dave Kersner and Fernando Perdomo. It wouldn't be the same without those two guys. Now, those two guys always rope in loads of the musicians on the band to play with them, and they always do real crowd-pleasing sets. Now, the McBroom sisters are on there this time doing their own gig. That's Durga McBroom, of course, and Lorelei McBroom. I really, if I was going to tell you what they've done in the past, I would be here forever. But as you know, they've both worked with Pink Floyd and many other artists as well. Now, in addition to that, we also have Brooke Hanson. Now, you've probably seen Brooke playing piano, prog classics, Usually just outside one of the venues is a fabulous keyboard player, and again, big part of the cruises. He's been part of it since day one, and it's good to have him back as well. Who's this person here? Oh yes, Jon Kirkman. That's me. Well, I'm going to be there, of course, as I said, sharing hosting duties with Roy Avon at the Prog Report, and also, hopefully, fingers crossed, Michael Sadler from also Saga. So what else we got? Glass Hammer, another great return for the boys and girls. I think actually it's not the boys and girls anymore, is it? Or is it? They've changed lineup a little bit, but they're going to be there. I'm sure they're going to be playing a great set, and I would imagine that there'll be a lot of people pleased that they're back on the cruise. Dave Kersner, as I've already said, Alex Makchek, he's on as well. Goblin, another great band, and Gong as well. Lovely to have Gong back on. And the cruise itself, well, we're stopping off at two wonderful locations. Coco Key, which is a really nice place in the Bahamas, bit of a water theme park, there's lots going on. I'm not sure whether we're going to have a stage on the beach there. We may do, because we've done that in the past with the On the Blue and the Moody Blues cruises, so we may do that. I'm not sure yet, but we'll wait and see. There's a lot of things that I could tell you, but I'm not allowed to yet, because the I's haven't been dotted and the T's haven't been crossed, and we can't do anything until it's all sort of done and dusted and signed away, okay? Because we are going to have a pre-cruise party as well, which will take place on the 1st of May 2022. Again, can't give you any details yet, but I can tell you you're going to love it. It's going to be a nice surprise for you. We'll give you details in a further update, somewhere along the line. Could be next week, could be next month, but we've got plenty of time. We've got just under 11 months now for this cruise to get underway. So I said the actual pre-cruise party is always a great laugh. You know, breaking you in gently, I think we call it over here in the UK. Now, if you want to go and find out more about the ship, and it's a fabulous ship, those of you who've cruised on the Blue cruise will know the ships. Mariner of the Seas, it's a fabulous boat. It's a lot bigger than last time, so we can get more, you can get on it. There's more people able to be carried on the Mariner of the Seas, so it's a big ship, and it's got some wonderful venues, great theatre, great stage, and a great pool stage as well on top of the ship, and lots of lovely little venues. There's like a kind of well, I think it's normally used as a roller skating rink or an ice rink depending on the cruise, I guess, but normally what they do, they take the ice and the floor away, and you can go and use that as a venue. I remember seeing quite some wonderful artists on that particular stage on the Blue cruise. So there's plenty of venues within the ship, of course, plenty of restaurants, plenty of duty-free shops. In fact, there's a whole mall running right the way through the middle of the ship. It looks like a street. It's got bars and pubs on it, cafes, coffee outlets. You can even buy duty-free stuff. There's watches and clothes and all sorts of things. So everything is catered for in terms of your comfort and your luxury and your good times. Believe me, it's a great ship to be on, having worked on it before. Now, as I said, the cruise runs from the 2nd of May to the 7th of May. You can go to the website now and find out a whole lot more about the bands who are on, or some of the bands that are confirmed so far, and also the ship and the stop-offs as well. There's some great little videos about the stop-offs and the ship, and you go by going by the website cruisetotheedge.com. Okay, cruisetotheedge.com. Now, I've also noticed, now I'm not sure whether they still have these, but if you go to the shop, you'll find some t-shirts for the Cruise to the Edge 2020. Now remember, that was the cruise that never was. So you may have a collector's item. I haven't tried it yet, but if you can go there and buy them, let me know, and we'll push that for you, because they do have t-shirts for the Cruise to the Edge for 2020, which, as you know, didn't happen. So it was the cruise that never was. You will have a real collector's item there. And I know how you guys love collector's items and things like that. It's just part of the whole experience. And next year, it's going to be a wonderful experience. It's going to be 3 years since we were all at sea together, and I can't wait to get back there. Blue seas, blue skies. Not quite blue seas here, certainly not blue skies today. It's a bit of a hazy sunny day today, but I'm really looking forward to being with you all next year alongside Roy and hopefully Michael Sadler as well. Go to the website cruisetotheedge.com, and I should be with you in the shortest of times. Believe me, this countdown, no sooner have we started than we'll be actually flying out there and getting onto the ship, which sails from Port Canaveral. The nearest international airport there, of course, is Orlando, And as I said, there's going to be lots going on, and there are going to be more updates throughout the year. So do check back, cruisetotheedge.com, or you can go on the Cruise to the Edge website, Facebook website, or the official Cruise to the Edge fan page, if you like. And there's lots of information there as well, coming from people who've been on the cruises in the past. And if you're a newbie, we'll look after you. Don't worry, we'll make it easy for you. We'll break you in gently. Anyway, thanks for watching this today. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Still, stay safe and stay well. And hopefully next year we'll all be cruising in the Caribbean. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.